Hi my friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are doing a little smorgasbord of projects here at the house. It is middle of August here in North Carolina at Zone 8A, and we are actually anticipating the arrival of, I guess now, Tropical Storm Debbie as it kind of makes its way up the East Coast. And so taking a little advantage of the cloud cover, Debbie has been giving us some rain showers off and on, so hopefully we can get our projects done before another band comes through. Those of you that have sent us messages and are worried about us, we think we're going to be okay. That is the thing about hurricanes, is that you've got lots of warning that they are coming, but you know, of course, those paths are quite unpredictable, and you never know quite where they're going to go. The worst thing that can happen for us is the amount of rain, because Debbie is moving very, very slow, and she is dumping massive, massive, massive amounts of water, like right now in South Carolina, and then the concern is South Carolina and then the coast of North Carolina. We are on the outer bands. That's where all these clouds are coming from. That's where the rain shower that came yesterday when we were up working at the new cottage garden kind of area. And so if we get some rain today, which we're supposed to this afternoon, that is from Debbie. But as far as right now, they're calling for about 4 inches, and it'll be slow and steady. We can handle slow and steady. We just can't handle the big downpours. So we'll keep you updated on how things are progressing here at Creekside. So what we're doing today is, you saw that I ripped out all of the snow drifts behind me. Jerry is working up at the, I don't know what to call this, the garden boxes, that project area. And so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go check on him, come back, get my project done, and then go back to him. So we're just gonna kind of be all over the place here today. So you saw me, like I said, pull out all of the Supertunia Vista snowdrifts that were planted here in front of our double play doozy spireas. They were stunning, y'all. They were great. We planted these in late March. They were beautiful. I never trimmed them back. They got maybe 1 dose of the liquid fertilizer. But because of our heat and humidity, and we had a lot of drought, we had like 6 weeks of no rain. These are not specifically on drip. There is drip in this bed, so some may kind of make its way down to the snow drifts, but they specifically were not on drip irrigation. But getting them in early made all the difference. When I was pulling them out, their root systems were quite extensive. So that is what we have found here in the south, is get your Supertunias in the ground as early as possible. They actually went through a couple of frost, handled it like champions. They can handle those cooler temperatures, but it was just time. We've had extreme heat with the humidity. The dew point has been out the roof, tons of rain, and they were just looking sad, and I was just tired of looking at them. That has been kind of my mode of operation here lately, is I'm trimming and pulling. So we still have a lot of growing time left, and what I'm going to do, because we have plants available at the nursery, buy one get one free, by the way, we're going to put in the double up white begonias, because right now my begonias are rocking. The ones that have been in the landscape are just phenomenal right now, and so these will do just as equally as well. So I have all of my supplies here. We'll just go in order from right to left. Of course, water. Stay hydrated, people. Then I have the Power Planter auger. You can see the pink auger on there. That is the Jenny's Edition. So we're gonna make really quick work and drill the holes in here for our grande size, double up white begonias. Love these plants. I've got my rake to clean things up as we go along. I've got my Felcos, because some of these are a little lanky, and so we're going to trim them back. I'll explain more about that later. We have got gloves, because I garden with gloves. My premium continuous plant food. So this is that slow release fertilizer. That way I don't have to worry about doing water soluble fertilizer. Biotone right here, of course, the blue and white bag. So that is our Biotone, the starter fertilizer. Great to clean up, and then my pop-up container to hold any debris or weeds that I may come into. So what we're going to do is do a double row right here. So we've got, of course, in this bed, if you're new to this bed, we have those double play doozy spireas. They are just doing great, y'all. I mean, every year that they are in here, they just get bigger and better. These are continuous bloomers. I did give them a, I would say I deadheaded them in late May, early June, so that they would reflush for the signature experience, which they did. We have got the Angelonia. This is the Wedgwood Pink. This will be out next year, so they are doing quite well. And then of course my Incrediballs are back there as well. They are putting on new growth. Fingers are crossed that we'll get new fresh flowers for the fall. The patio area is looking quite lovely. And then of course the Summerific, this is the Lilac Crush. We have been in that pattern of tons of rain. So obviously when it's raining, you don't have a lot of sunshine. And so they are not as prolific blooming as they traditionally would be. And that's really just because of the lack of sun. So we've got buds all over the place, and they will flush back out once we get some beautiful, consistent sunshine. So let's walk up here right quick. The machines have stopped, so we're gonna come up here and kind of see what is happening, what the fellas are doing. I know Jerry's goal is to get all of this buttoned up and secured before the rains come. They're really thinking on Thursday and Friday is going to be the rainy day for us, and so he's really trying to make sure that things are slick and everything is, like I said, as best we can handle for the rain coming. So there we go. We have got nice slick pad. He's gotten rid of most of the loose dirt, and yeah. Any other words of wisdom or what you're trying to do?
Well, while it's not raining, we're just working on the trying to get it somewhat level in here.
Gotcha. So Jerry is not mic'd up, but trying to get it somewhat level, get all that loose dirt off of here, so they'll get rid of that extra soil over there, and then yeah, just getting it level so that it doesn't hold water when the rains come.
Yeah, it'll probably end up holding some water in this corner.
Yeah, it looks a little low right there. Yeah, so that corner's a little low right now, which is not the end of the world. So we'd rather it hold water back there instead of, you know, shooting out somewhere else. Yeah, that'd be a nice little holding area for that as well. So we're gonna let them kind of finish up whatever it is that they are doing, and we're gonna go back and we are going to go get some begonias in the ground. All right, my friends, so what I wanted to do is just before we start planting, I want to kind of go over what my game plan is, right? Because here we are, middle of August, and I need these begonias to be looking their best. So if you're not familiar with the double up begonias from Proven Winners, I love this plant because it is so extremely versatile. So the double ups and the surefires, both of those series from Proven Winners, they can do, let's see if the tag will, there we go, will do sun or shade, so extremely versatile. The bugs do not like them, so you don't have to worry about budworms. I don't have to worry about Japanese beetles here in the south. They really are pest free. They are not heavy feeders. I would not say they're drought tolerant. They just like moderate water, right? So they're not water hogs. They're not food hogs. They are just those great workhorses in the garden. I've got double ups in a couple of places. I've got the double up pink in the front here by the tea olives. Phenomenal. And then I have the same double up whites here along the pathway, and they too are doing great. So why not just go ahead and add these in, right? These will take me all the way through a freeze, and they're super, super easy. Nice mounded habit on them. They are annuals, and we love them. Now, it is the end of the season, right? As far as us growing retail garden center, these were planted in the spring. That's when I say they're end of the season. And they need probably a little bit of love. Now, I could plant them just like this, but they are getting a little lanky and a little leggy. And I want these to be really kind of phenomenal all the way through. So what do I mean when I say lanky and leggy? And why should you not be concerned about it terribly much at the garden center when you're going to go shopping, especially at the end of the season, like with us, they're buy one, get one free. Y'all, do not worry. So yes, you can see, right, that these are they're a little bit long, they're a little bit floppy right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to give these babies a haircut, right? And it is super easy. You've seen Jenny do this 1,000 times. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our clippers. I have my Velcros. I'm gonna gather it up like a ponytail, and I'm going to give it a cut. And I'm gonna do this before I put them in the ground because it's just easier. I'm not being precise. If you wanted to be precise, you could. There's no need. They will be just fine. So now you can see that exact same plant that I had, right? And you can see how much I just went ahead and gave it a little trim. So it's nice and tight. It's not floppy. And then within, oh my gosh, a couple of days, especially with us going in this like rainy day pattern for the next, 3-4 days, these will flush out, nice new growth, and be tight. You can plant them like this, but with all the rain we're gonna get, they're probably gonna lay open because the rain's gonna pound on them. The rain's not gonna pound on them this way and make them lay open and be flat on the ground. They're gonna be tight. That way when they start growing again, they're a nice tight habit and they're gorgeous, and that is what we want. So I will do these to all of the begonias. Not really sure how many I'm gonna put in here. I know that I'm gonna do a double row, like window pane them, and then just kind of go all the way around. So I don't know, I think I got 6 trays, so that's 60 plants. I don't know that I'm gonna use all that, I have no clue. So what I'm gonna do is just go through and kind of give everybody a little trim. And then I've got my biotone and my slow release. Gonna spread that out and then go through with my auger and just make holes. On the tag, it tells you that your spacing, your minimum spacing is 6 inches, your max is 12. I'm gonna go for that 12 inches between them, and so that way I can just kind of spread them out. So what we're gonna do, a little trimming, a little fertilizer, drill some holes, put them in the ground, and that's the day. All right, my friends, so today's project is complete and just in the nick of time because it is starting to rain. That seems to be the MO around here. The rain dictates when the project is done, but today it actually is done. So now, I know y'all, you look at this and you're like, Jenny, that is not very impressive. Okay, y'all, gardening is about imagining what is going to be, maybe not necessarily what you see right in front of your face. So I used 38 begonias, so I didn't use all of my begonias. You can see, yes, they have all been trimmed back, but that is okay. They're gonna fill in and be absolutely lovely. Clearly, I am not gonna water these in because it's raining and we have a tropical storm headed our way. So I don't need to water these. They've got the biotone, they've got their continuous release fertilizer in here. Yeah, and I just came in there and tucked them all in. They're roughly about a foot apart from each other, so there you go. Now, let me show you what they're going to look like, right? If you haven't seen the double up begonias, I'm telling you, they're just great. They're so stinking easy. And this time of the year when the heat and the humidity is cranking and the weather is very unpredictable and you never know what you're gonna get, your begonias, man, they're coming through like crazy. So here are the double up pinks. So same plant, right? Same family, same series, but these are just pink instead of the white. When I say I have done nothing to these plants, I literally have done nothing to these plants. They're called double ups because they have the sweetest little double flowers on them. The flowers themselves are quite small, but they're prolific on the plant, and so they just absolutely fill in. Have it here underneath the Hortsman and the tea olives. Now, while the rain continues to fall, let's just go ahead and mosey on back here to the back patio, and I will show you what they look like in the ground with the double up whites. So here we go. The double up whites are going to have a little bit of a darker foliage than the pinks, and so that'll help too as far as like color contrast. All right, so here we go. Double up whites. As we come along, you can see, right, these are my little lime punches that I adore, and then here are the double up whites in front of the Angel Face Perfectly Pink Angelonia, and then they just continue all the way around the path right there. So nice mounded habit on them. They fill in. I put them right here along the edge of the border so that they would help soften that border, and there you go. The reason, if you are a follower of Gardening with Creekside, you know that the double up whites were not my original plant that I intended to have right here. I wanted to have the Evolvulus, blew my mind, XL, because I thought the blue and the pink would be gorgeous. It would have been, except I have a bunny problem this year. So I have rabbits they're just everywhere. Wax begonias are rabbit resistant. And I can guarantee that they are rabbit resistant because rabbits are everywhere. There was blew my mind. They literally ate it to the ground. The next day, I put the begonias in and they haven't touched them. So I can safely say that these wax begonias, the double ups, are rabbit proof. So there you go. Now we're gonna come around and just peek. The rain is falling, obviously, and Jerry's trying to get this done. So I doubt we'll actually talk to him, but let's just come through here. Jackson's in the dump truck, and so Jerry's putting in soil in there. So he's using the machine to scrape, get it nice and level, and then he's gonna come through and put it in the dump truck for Jackson. So Jerry and Jackson are in nice climate. Don't go up there. I do not want the dog to, she had to get a bath. She had to get a bath yesterday because she went up there and got in the red mud. I do not want her up there today. So, so you can see Jerry scraping, dumping. We have moved a lot of dirt out of here and just getting it nice and level. The block is set to arrive, well, they said early this week. It's Tuesday, it's not here. So knowing our luck, it will be Thursday when all the rains come. That's when it's gonna show up, because that's just how we roll here at Creekside. We take deliveries in the pouring down rain, not when it's, you know, nice and sunny and dry. We're really good at doing things in the rain. All right, my friends, so I feel great. Got that done. He's working on that. The rains are coming. Just another day here at Creekside. All right, my friends, y'all have an amazing day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.